Virgo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late November, moving into early December 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Virgo collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for the lovely Virgos as we move into early December, right? We're in Sagittarius season, my friends. Beautiful time of year. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Virgo. My guides, talk to me. What is happening with my friends as we move through the late part of November? Ooh, we got the Magician here. Now, this is very similar to the Magician within the tarot deck, but there are some differences here. And I've been seeing a little theme within the Earth signs this week. There's like this little hidden note of mystery. And I like this. It is all about creation and manifesting, but there is a little area of unknown with this specific card. Now, before we fully dive into it, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the November subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this Magician. So yes, once again, this is an oracle deck. It's not the tarot. And we see this Magician here. It looks like he's doing some magic tricks. So first and foremost, this could be telling us that for a lot of Virgos, now is a good time to start manifesting or creating what you want. Now, my perception and thoughts on manifesting differ from most people. I do believe that there is a lot of visualization involved, but if you visualize it and that's all you do, generally most manifestations aren't going to come your way. You do have to make purposeful action towards what you want on top of manifesting it with energy. But this card, aside from the creative powers being enhanced, there's a little bit of an illusion here, right? You see him doing the tricks, so you want to make sure in this time there's no one running game or trying to hoodwink you, right? Like, hey, look at this hand, watch this hand, while the other one is off doing something else, okay? And I'm not trying to say that to be a fearmonger or anything. It's just, it's an aspect of this card. Now, this card does also have the little unknown, hidden, secrecy, unexpected type of energy that I've been picking up with Earth signs. So I'm interested to see if we get more mystery coming up. Not all mystery is bad mystery, right? But we're just going to put that down. Hopefully for a lot of you, you're creating your future in a purposeful way. But yeah, let's get into tarot. And I always say with that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get it going. Let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into the intuitive, juicy stuff. So let's shuffle it up one time here for the Virgos, my guides. And while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. It seemed like in the last couple of weeks, at least energetically, there's good things moving towards the Virgo collective. Last week's reading was titled A Big Offer. So if you haven't received an offer or made an offer of some kind recently, that energy could still bleed over into the coming week. And I've been seeing it sprinkled around with various other signs where like one's sending, one's receiving. There's a lot of offers going around. Maybe it's the time of the year, but we're going to see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, right? Because we could be seeing your energy, we could be seeing someone you're connected to. It all depends. But let's get it going here. 3 cards for my Virgos, please, just to get us started nice and smooth. What's up with the Virgos? Thank you. Card number 1. All right, 6 of Cups, another theme I've been seeing in the Earth signs as well. This is either a very important person or something from the past, okay? That's like either a very strong soul tie or someone or something from the past. We'll see what's up as we move through. Thank you. Death card. Okay. Don't be nervous about that, especially if you're new to tarot. The Death card doesn't necessarily mean anything bad, right? It's Scorpio energy. We just came out of Scorpio season, so there's a lot of subtle meanings to the Death card. It's very karmic as well. So let's get you one more card. All right, yeah, we have the 4 of Wands, the 11-11 card. Beautiful. So I would say this, Virgo, at first glance, we're looking at some possible very positive energies for us to deal with and work with. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, there's a lot of internal energy here this week. If you look down, both of these first 2 cards, the 6 of Cups, the Death card, that's water energy. That's emotional. There's a lot of internal stuff happening. So for a lot of Virgos or whatever situations you're dealing with, could be playing with the heartstrings, or you just have a lot going on inside. But we also have wands. These are big universal energies on the back end as well. When we're talking death card, when we're talking the 4 of wands, the 11-11 card. So there's a big universal energy at play. So let's work our way through it. And I can't even say this, all of these cards have at least karmic undertones, and death is one of the bigger karmic cards. So let's go through piece by piece. Position number 1, we do have the 6 of Cups. Beautiful card, right? This could be someone that's very giving, loving, caring. Generally, when this card shows up, it's someone that you have a very strong soul bond with, or you have a ton of history with. Out of all the cards in the tarot deck, this is my card of history, okay? Whether it's a person that you've known like for a very long time, even past lives could come into play when this card is here, or it could just be memories or something from the past has importance now. So the clarifier for this could be really important, because sometimes this could be good memories, a good past, thinking back on the good times, but it could also swing the opposite direction here. And remember, we could just be seeing the energy of someone you're connected to as well. So the clarifier for this is going to be important, okay? So whether we are talking about someone's history or past or memories, you know, for some of you might just be taking more walks down memory lane, and 'tis the season, right? Around this time of year, a lot of people do reflection. Moving to the center though, and there's the universal energy and the aspect of time is here. It's all over the place. Very powerful this week. We have the death card in the center. So as I said, this represents Scorpio. You might be connected to the Scorpio when this card shows up. This death card could represent something that happened to you significantly in Scorpio season, which just passed and went out. But what are some of the themes of this card? A lot of readers say like, oh, this is a card of endings, which can be true to an extent, but that's not the full story with the death card. It's more about change. It's more about metamorphosis. I liken this card to a phoenix rising from the ashes, or something coming back to life or coming back around. That's what I think of with this card. And when we have it next to a card of the history, like the 6 of Cups, sure, maybe some of you are experiencing or thinking about endings that have already elapsed, but for a portion of you, there could be some sort of return, whether it's a person, whether it's a situation, or who knows. Like when we clarify, it'll really tell us, but there could possibly be a return of some sort or some linkage to the past. So the death card is very powerful, and I always say the death card is one of the more powerful karmic cards, right up there with Lady Justice. So we could be looking at karmic themes, especially when we have the 4 of Wands as well. So let's get death tucked back in right here and talk about it. 4 of Wands, the 11-11 card, one of my most favorite, beautiful, celebratory types of cards. Now, first and foremost, with the 11-11, watch out for signs, synchronicities, number signs, interesting dreams. Spirit could be trying to communicate with you. I would say in your day-to-day life, watch out for very powerful omens in this time, whether it's leading you towards something good, giving you the green light, or telling you to stop. When this card shows up, it's a big card of omens to me. But aside from that, this is a card of celebration. You see those people, you see how happy they are. So this could be indicative of like big wins, victories, triumphs of various different kinds. It's a very sturdy, very stable type of energy as well. So when I see the 4 of Wands, I love the energy. Okay, it could also represent the family, it could represent the home. So some of you might be going through certain things with your living situation or people you live with, but this isn't, the energy is skewing towards the positive here. We're going to really need to dig deeper, Virgo. So let's do that. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here from my Virgos, please. My guides, talk to me. What's happening with my friends? And yes, we're just gonna, this is where I go intuitive, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that 6 of Cups. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Virgo, you could drop it right down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, 6 of Cups time. Let's see what this past is. Why is this 6 of Cups here? Thank you. Like I said, all right, yeah, we have the Chariot. So some of you might just have a long history or deep history with a Cancer or Cancerian shown right up here in the front. But this is a card of movement and action. I'm telling you, either somebody that you have a lot of history with is coming towards you, moving towards you, or the past is coming back around. I've been feeling that already. So for a lot of you, there could be big returns or like people coming back or situations repeating in one form or another. Now it's up to you if you want to let that slide or not, right? If you want to let situations repeat or if you want to bring them back up to the surface, that's your call. When we see the Chariot, sometimes it could be conflict. I always say it's an instrument of war, but this is action, forward movement, and momentum. Okay, big water sign energy as well, all up around here. The Chariot could represent distance and travel, trips, but when I see the action under the Six of Cups, it's like the past doesn't want to stay the past. It wants to make a reemergence. Okay, so, and that might be up to you if you want to let it reemerge or not, but there is someone or something that you have previous links with that could be bubbling back up to the surface, okay? Whether it is a situation, whether it is a person, family member, it's all personal to whatever it is you're going through. But when I see this, like surrounding the Six of Cups, it's like this isn't buried. If we had this Chariot in reverse, that's a different story. Then I'd be like, okay, well, something from the past is going to stay there and it's not coming back up. Totally different story. Yeah, this could also be action as well. So whether you're moving towards someone, someone's moving towards you, we're picking up a lot of heavy, powerful action here. Major Arcana once again. So it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of this elapses. So we're going to keep moving over to the Death card. Something is wanting to come in. Okay, so once again, this is magnetic energy as well. So I will say for some of you, you might be attracting people, you might be attracting things and situations in a very magnetic way. And we'll see as we move through. I don't want to slap on like one of my usual sayings like here they come or here it comes just yet, but let's see why the Death card is here. Why is that Death card here? Thank you. The Moon card. Out of nowhere too. All right, all the water signs are here, Virgo. All the cards that represent the major arcana for the water signs. We have Scorpio, we have Pisces, we have Cancer. Okay, so all the water signs are showing up here heavily. Now, what are water signs? They feel things in a very deep way. Intuitive, so I would say for a lot of you, your intuition, your energetic sensitivity could be extra heightened in this time, but we're just picking up all the water signs. It's like a grand water trine we're picking up here, which is extremely powerful. So for a lot of you, these emotional connections are really interesting. Now, the Moon is my biggest card of mystery out of all of them. All right, out of the whole entire deck, when I see this card, if it's not a Pisces here, when I see this, I think of, all right, something unexpected's coming in or something surprising is coming in. And we were already talking about returns, and we have double down alignments of things repeating or history coming back up to the surface. So for some of you, it might be karmic, right? Maybe it's a karmic cycle that went out, but it wasn't fully solved or resolved. There could be unfinished business showing up here as well that needs to be resolved when I see all of this, okay? So if that's not you, there could be someone you're linked to that is feeling, maybe not showing, but feeling like there's unfinished business, something that still needs to be resolved, okay? Now, once again, you have free will. It's up to you if you're gonna allow that to happen, okay? But this energy of mystery, yeah, once again, the unexpected or surprising return of something, okay? Could be multiple things with the way this is lining up, and the powerful karmic energy is still at play, and I wanna see how it works here with the Four of Wands, right? So let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. I don't want to say it's like a karmic warning just yet either, but there's a lot of power here. And all the water signs showing up here, that's rare that I get all three of these major arcana in the same spread. But you generally do good with water energy. Just know there's a lot of emotion. You could be feeling things very intuitively as well. But why is that Four of Wands here? Thank you. Stressing. This is someone, they might be in the mindset of like, will I ever be happy again? Can I be happy again? This is someone that is extremely, extremely stressed out, but you might know that, you might feel that already, okay? When I see the Nine of Swords, once again, this is a very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's spiritual in a sense, it's more like paranormal. So when we have all this water energy and the Nine of Swords, you're gonna be extremely heightened to subtle energies. Okay, whether it's feeling what others you're connected to are feeling or feeling the energy of a place, it's going to be heightened here. And we saw it with the magician in the front end. There's something with the unknown, the unseen. So whatever's happening up here, whatever's getting ready to come in, you might feel it coming. Now, the Nine of Swords is like very stressed out. It's anxious. It's nervous. It's someone that can't really sleep. But you might know this already. Like all these energies we're picking up. But I do feel like someone here may have lost their sense of stability. It's like, okay, well, I was feeling happy. I was feeling stable until this happened. There is someone that may be doubting if like they can ever reach this Four of Wands place, okay? Not saying it's you, it could just be someone you're connected to, so just watch out. There might be someone that you're linked to that's like very nervous, on edge, or anxious, and they're just going through a lot. Like it does feel heavy here. But once again, you might be tapped into those energies as well, okay? Like I know a lot of beautiful Virgos in my personal life. For some reason, me and Virgos, we get along very well. With all these energies, I know Virgos are very like straightforward, down to business. They'll tell it like it is, but you're going to be displaying a more water sign type of energy in the coming days and weeks, okay? Which could be hard to deal with sometimes, okay? Could be overwhelming. So make sure you're not getting overwhelmed. Let's go through and do a quick little recap here. I'm really going off on tangents. Let's see what we have, then we'll get into the shadows. If you kindly look in the box, Virgo. Position number one, both of these are about things returning in one form or another. But position number one, we have the Six of Cups with the Chariot, something coming towards you headlong, okay? So whether it's distance, travel, whatever it might be, I do feel like there's a person, a situation, or something that you may have already gone through that might cycle back around. There might be some sort of unfinished business that we're feeling here in the center. And it's just all over the place, whether you're wanting to move back to this or someone's wanting to move back to you. Like this energy of repeat is here. Moving to the center, we have the Death card with the Moon, okay? Of course, we could read it simply like, oh, something ends unexpectedly. I feel like that's a very basic message there, but all water signs are represented here. So much water energy. I felt for a lot of you, multiple things could be returning unexpectedly. Surprisingly, it's all over the place here. And you are going to be very tapped into subtle energies in this time, Virgo. It's all over the place. On the back end, we have the Four of Wands with the Nine of Swords. Someone very much stressed out, anxious, nervous, and feeling like, will they ever get to this place, or could they ever feel happy again? That's just the energy I'm picking up. Once again, that could be someone else. But yeah, please take a screenshot of this. I'm going to get you a shadow card. It got heavy on the back end, but I do feel for a lot of you, water sign energy is going to be really showing itself within you in the coming days and weeks. So let's get it going. What do we got in the shadows for Virgo? And I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end. I feel like it's a nice thing to do, whether it's something that you don't quite see, maybe it's something within you. It doesn't always have to be a challenge. So let's get you one just to end this off nice. Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out my channel memberships. I'll leave a link for it down in the comments below. There's various different tiers in there with different rewards and stuff like that. Obviously, no pressure whatsoever. It's just a beautiful way to support the channel. But let's get it going here. One shadow card. Let's end this off nice for my Virgos. Lovers, okay. Gemini energy showing up here. How you connect to others, interpersonal relationships is showing up. This, once again, is a card similar to the Six of Cups, where it could be soul ties, soul connections, and it doesn't just have to be romantic, but for some of you, it really could be. Now, one thing I will say about the Lovers, aside from what I had just mentioned, if it's not a Gemini or any of the other things like romantic connections, how you form partnerships is something Spirit might want you to take a look at. But another thing here, it's this unresolved type of feelings or business that kind of showing up here in the background. Another thing I will say, the Lovers usually has the Archangel Raphael on it, which is the Archangel of Healing. So there is something in the shadows that still needs to be worked through. It's showing up here, Virgo. So do with that information what you will. That's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The November subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the October subscriber surprise, the winners will be in the community tab after this week's fire and air readings. But for November, we're bringing back winner's choice. 2 lucky subscribers will get to pick a deck of their choosing up to $40 US. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the zodiac signs, which one do you think is the most fun? Which one do you have the most fun with? And yeah, after that, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of November, I'll pick the winners at random as usual. My friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.